Well, hello Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. This is May 22nd through 28th. Hope you're amazing. So Capricorn, let's see what we have for you this week. Let's start off with some oracle cards as always. Oh, there we go. Okay, we have Artist in reverse, using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. Okay. Archangel Haniel. Joy, blessings, intuition. Why is this not focusing? Don't do me like this. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay. And then we have Spirit Keeper of the North. I feel a little coldness in these cards, like you don't want to let someone in. You don't want to let something in. You don't want to like open up. This feels like there was some healing going on, Capricorn. And you've gotten to a point where it's like you're trying to fix something or heal. And you've gotten to a point where you've kind of mellowed out, like balanced out. But you don't want to like open the door to anything right now. It just doesn't feel like you're very eager to do so. But it's important that you do. You know, it's important that you try new things this week. It's important that you open up to new experiences. It's important that you listen, you know. It's important that you see the beauty in life and things like that. It will make things a lot easier, you know. It's like the old you, the old situation, the old energy that you brought or someone else brought to your life. It's time for it to pass. It's time for it to move on. You really have no use for it anymore. Really, seriously. So, you know, it's kind of like growing up in a way, you know. All right, let's see. The Devil. That's what you're leaving behind. Queen of Cups. 8 of Wands in reverse. The Fool in reverse. 7 of Swords in reverse and the 3 of Wands. On the bottom of the deck, my dear Capricorn, we have the 7 of Swords. No, I'm sorry, the 4 of Swords. I apologize. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is you. You were like on a rest, a pause, a healing journey. Maybe blocking everyone out, maybe being closed off. I feel like that's about to change for you. It's like you needed to do that to get some balance. And you may start off this week still doing it, but I feel like it's coming into your mind with the Queen of Cups. Like you need some nurturing, you know, you need some care. There also could be a water sign in your life, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I don't feel like you had the best relationship with this person if this is a person that's in your life. I feel like they were the start of something, like some issue or some problem that you had, and you kind of try to like shift yourself away from that. I feel like you see them as not a good person or not the best person to be around or not the person that makes you happy right now. I'll say that. And I feel like you're trying to, how not run from this person, but distance yourself from this person. You don't want your actions to reflect anything that they've done to you. You don't want to go towards them. You don't want to answer them. You don't want to be in anything with them. This feels very final to me. It's like you're seeing this person as a problem in your life. I feel like it's starting to hit you emotionally. Like, it's almost like an acceptance. I'm hearing acceptance speech. So it's like an acceptance of something that you don't want anymore. Or a life that you don't need anymore, you know? Struggle that you don't need anymore. I feel like in the past, you've taken a lot of foolish risks, whether this is business, work, with this particular person, and you're ready to move away from that. You know, it's like there's a truth in what you actually need and what you don't need. And this is like, I don't really need that part of my life. You know, it's like I indulged in it. That's what it feels like, Capricorn. If it sorry, my computer just went crazy. It looks as though it's like I indulged in this, but I don't need it. You know, it's not something I need to breathe. So I feel like you're ready to start moving on. This very much is an energy of I'm shutting something out because I don't need it anymore. There's other things for me, you know. The struggle, I feel like, is walking away, is making that decision, is separating yourself, but you're deciding to do that, you know. You're not going to paint this picture in your mind of what this is because it's nothing. You know, it very much, Capricorn, has a sense of like acceptance in it. It's like you're accepting that something just isn't meant to be, you know? Faith and destiny. Ooh. So what I'm getting is like you have faith in like the way you were doing things in this person and your work. You know, it was like, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and it'll all work out. But I feel like because the situation has changed or things have changed, you've realized what the true decision should be. You know, what the true destiny or direction for you should be now that things have changed. And I feel like that's the universe. You know, the universe has a weird way of like making things happen in our life that we didn't know we needed or didn't know was going to happen, you know. At the time, it may have looked bad. At the time, it may have looked like something that would hurt us. And then one day we look at it and we're like, yep, strength, the connection is stronger than you think. Yeah. And then one day we look at it and we're like, you know what? This is not a thing that I need. This doesn't really make me happy, you know? So let's see what's going on with this other person because I'm interested. I sabotaged this connection and I regret it. Absolutely. The thought of you drives me crazy. And I know that this is true. This person is starting to it's like during this time, they thought you were going to come and like fix it. Like you were just so obsessed. Like you were just so into this person that, you know, you were going to give up yourself, your boundaries and your rights, you know. Not true. Not true. It's like once they separated themselves from you, thinking that you would chase them, you did not. I'm going to be honest. And it's driving them crazy, you know, that you seem right through whatever this is and you decided to move on. There's a lot of ego on their side as well. Okay. There was a time, I would say, excuse me, about 2 weeks ago or something like that, I kept feeling like they were going to come back. It's more of a feeling of eagerness. Some of you they did, some of you they didn't. But, you know, it's up to them, really. But now that eagerness is turning into almost loathing. Not for you, but within themselves and their decisions. Okay. So we have blowing bubbles, made with love, and take a chance. Yeah, you've had your break, Capricorn. I feel it. I feel like you've had your break, your kind of relaxation time to get your mind balanced. You may have distanced yourself from a lot of things, but you're still going. It's not like you shut down. You're seeing the truth in whatever this relationship or situation was, and you don't need it anymore. So you're taking a chance on yourself, right? You don't have to keep trying to create this scenario. Okay, that's what I see you doing. I see you changing. If this has to do with work or some sort of business that you have, I see you taking the route that will work. I know that sounds weird, but it's like sometimes we stand by what we believe and how we think that things should go, and we're like, okay, well, it'll just fit. It'll just work if I keep doing it this way. But it's like you're going with the trends, okay, if this is work. Because I feel like you're going with the trends. You're like following sort of the herd at work, if that's it. But in a way to continue your longevity. That's the easiest way to say it. Okay? All right, Capricorn. We'll do the rest of your reading here in a second. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what we have for you for the rest of this week. May 22nd through 28th. Marriage and sudden wealth. Community. Yeah. It looks like there was somebody that came into your life kind of sudden. In the way that they came into your life, you were like, oh, this must be it. You know, because it was very... I don't know, autonomous comes to mind. I don't know if that's a word I want to use, but... it just seemed like it was right. Okay. It did. I'm seeing that you thought about marriage, that you wanted to be with this person. You may have talked about it. You know, you were like, oh my God, everything just felt good. It has this vibe to me. Like it felt really good. And that's why it was kind of hard to let it go. But I feel like both of you were just not on the same page. I'm not sure how. It may have been about marriage. It may have been about togetherness. But I feel like in the long haul, as far as longevity goes, you were just seeing like this isn't going to go the long haul. You know, like something was off or something didn't feel right to you, Capricorn. Okay. So we have 9 of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the 5 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, same storyline. You were super happy. You felt almost completed in a way, you know. But it was weird though, because it always felt like you wanted more from this person, or like you were waiting to break through some sort of barrier maybe, or get through some sort of hump, you know. But I feel like because that feeling was there, because that thing was missing, you definitely got to see more about that person. Because you didn't completely settle. You were still like paying attention, if that makes any sense. And because of that, you got to see like what it is that you want in a long-term relationship. And I feel like you're seeing that this is not it. You know, like this wasn't it. Okay. So that's that overall. What else? Unexpected income. Thief. And wealthy man. I have something really weird to say, okay? So just bear with me through this. I don't know if any of you know what the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad is. Okay. If you do not, it is a book about a young man who had I think he was poor. I believe he was poor. And his friend was rich. And his friend's dad used to tell him about money, and he would look at how his dad dealt with money. And he learned how the different demographics, you want to say, deal with money. And he learned a lot about money. So it's a book about finances and things that you should do. You know, if you haven't read it, I highly suggest you do. I read it a long time ago, like when I was in school, because I was a weird kid that read stuff that children don't read. So, what I'm getting from these cards are, there's a method within that book. So they're the rules of wealth, or the rules of abundance, and the rules of money. Okay. And you have an opportunity to fix a situation with your money. Okay. Whether this is making more money, whether this is some sort of, it's like an offer for help, like maybe financial aid or support. It almost feels like some sort of, loophole financially that will work really well for you, or something that you may not even have known about. And I feel like it's like ignorance, you know, like you just don't know about it. But I feel like there's something here, Capricorn, that could really help you out. Igniting the existing. Some of you are going to start a company, a business, a side hustle. Because you have a pot of knowledge that could really help you out. I'm telling you. It's something you're either going to find out, or something that you've been holding back that can help you make extra money. But we'll see. It's like, I'm getting like a list of to-dos. I'm getting a lot of things, so just bear with me as I get this out. A list of to-dos, or things to do, or things to work on, and one of those things will make you extra income, okay? So we have the Ace of Wands, Temperance in reverse, and Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you're embodying some sort of thing, some sort of opportunity is around you. In a book you're going to read, in a list that you made, idea that you have, a skill that you embody, there's something that's going to be like handed to you that could really help you with your finances. I feel like, and I said this in your reading, you were going through some sort of like, I'm not going to deal with something right now, but it was like you're on this wavelength of just taking things as it go. You're not really making any particular moves. But I feel like there is a move that you need to make here, Capricorn. Okay. So it will really help your financial situation and almost boost you, you know, level you up, if you will. So, yeah, it'll help with chaos, but I don't really see chaos. False person in reverse, and family room. You're going to find trust in someone you never thought you could trust this week. Interesting. Nine of Swords, Queen of Coins, and the High Priestess. It's like you were worried about something or someone. Okay. This could be about financial issues, like a job, like you were thinking like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to quit this, or I'm gonna have to stop investing in this business, something of that nature. It could be a person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I feel like that's you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I'm just thinking that that's who it is. But I feel like you were really worried. Like, this is like back of the mind, worry, anxious. You haven't made any plans. You don't know if that's what you'll have to do. But in your mind, you're like, oh, what if I have to do this? That'll suck, you know? But you didn't do anything. I feel like you didn't make any moves and you haven't made any moves. But it's like in your mind. It's like you feel like you can't trust a situation or trust a person. It could be either one. But it's not that. So this is the thing. I don't feel like it's like you can't trust them. I feel like you didn't see sort of quality in it at the time. So it made you feel like, maybe this person or this situation isn't for me. Okay. This is not the love relationship. I'm going to tell you that. So what I see you doing is seeing the usefulness in that job, in that relationship, in that friendship, in that co-workership. And I don't know. It's like you're letting your guard down and enjoying it for what it is. Like you're learning how to love something again. Your business, your job, a coworker, a family member, a friend, you know, or maybe spending more time with friends because you need that sort of nurturing, you know. It's kind of like you stepped away or you blocked it out and now you're like, it's useful, you know. Spiritually, it's useful to me. Okay, so I love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.